everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. In this game, we'll see the Denver Nuggets against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at their home, Target Center. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. DA, take it away.
In 2018, the Minnesota Timberwolves broke their league-leading 14-year playoff drought with the help of Jimmy Butler. But a year later, Butler demanded a trade, and the Wolves were back in the lottery. They've got some young talent, but in the West, it's no cakewalk. Kevin, they are hoping they can take that next step with new management and some young, exciting players.
All right, David, thanks. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Nuggets. They reside in the 7th slot right now in the early part of the season. And, of course, the Timberwolves, a game behind.
And when I look at Denver, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Grant in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, Wiggins and Covington fill the wings. Vonleh and Towns, the duo inside. And it's Teague in at the point guard position. Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Teague against Murray. Pass to Grant. 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Murray against Teague. Jokic. Even this early on, Brent, have you been on teams where you just knew changes were coming down the road?
Yeah, most of that, Kevin, I think happens because of internally what's going on with the team. Yeah, on the floor, you're going to see guys operating in the offense, playing pick and roll, but
it's behind the curtains where you just begin to feel, right?
Good executives and good coaching staffs understand communicating to the people in the front office to say, hey, if we stay this way, our potential, instead of growing, is not knowing how low we're going to go. Exactly. So we need to make some changes.
Now Harris, 11 points for him in that last game against Philadelphia.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Just continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
Now here's Teague. He's coming off a 19-point game against Golden State.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. There's the pass to Jokic. Millsap in the corner. And he overshot that one, missing.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Vonleh. He's coming off a 10-point game against Golden State. Here's Covington. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Outside Millsap. No good on the triple.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And Towns gets it to go.
Well, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game. And here are the Nuggets now. It's a 5-point game. Here's Millsap. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Jokic against Towns. Back to Wiggins. Goes up on the wing. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Teague dishes to Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
Here's Teague following the score by Jamal Murray. Teague with the ball. Inside. Here's Wiggins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Gary Harris. Greg, no secret that many Minnesota fans are questioning the contract they gave to Andrew Wiggins as his development has seemed to plateau.
And with all due respect to Wiggins, it would be worth worrying about if you're a Timberwolves fan. Wiggins has taken a step backwards, I feel, the last few years in his scoring and seemingly has lost the edge to his game that made him such a promising young star.
Free throw good, Wiggins. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their two bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends.
Towns finds Teague. Shot clock at 5. Vonleh with it. Stolen by Grant. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. The game now all time. Murray's got 9.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Murray against Teague. Outside, Towns. Teague kicks to Wiggins. Over Harris. 3 on the clock. No good that time. And it's Denver the other way. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, it was a completely one-sided season series, and that was no surprise to anyone. This first game between them should give us an idea if they're on a little more even ground this season.
Here's Grant after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Jokic. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Timberwolves passing it around. The shot by Vonleh no good. The Nuggets trail. Murray left side. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Here's Murray. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Down low, Millsap with the steal. Here's Harris. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Harris trying to get free, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Teague against Murray. On the wing, Wiggins. He's got 5. Jokic with the steal. Here's Murray. Lays it up and banks it in. And now a 4-point Nugget lead.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And the Timberwolves call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Jang, he's checked in for Vonleh. Jake Layman comes in for Robert Covington. Culver's checked in for Wiggins, and it's Napier in for Jeff Teague. The Nuggets also changing it up. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Millsap. Malik Beasley comes in for Grant, and Barton subbed in for Harris. Now here's Jang. Plumlee with the rebound. Passes it to Beasley. He can't get it to go. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Now, you can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
And here's Napier. He's coming off a 19-point game against Golden State.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line. One area after watching Denver over the course of the past 2 years showing what they can do offensively is for them to improve on the defensive end of the floor. About middle of the pack last year, they can get into that top 5. They become very formidable as a finals team.
And for the Nuggets, I think they concede, Brent, that defense is a work in progress.
Well, that's why they jumped, though, last year, Kevin. 2 years ago, they were at the very bottom of the league, and last year showed some signs of getting some cohesion on that end of the floor. If they get into that top 5, Kevin, this team could be on their way to the NBA Finals.
What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year, that's growth.
Because it's connected to so many other areas of his game.
Right, and he's not trying to do things that he wasn't capable of doing when he came into the league last year. He's understanding more of where it is that he's best suited in possessions and for that offense.
Good explanation. And here's Napier after Michael Porter made the last three-pointer. Napier feeling it out a bit. Over in the corner. Lock at 6. Shoots over Barton. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And here's Denver. They're on a 19-7 run. And there's the call on Jake Layman. That is his first foul of the game. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They lead by 7. Now here's Plumlee. No points in the game yet for him. Shot clock at 6. Here's Porter. Doesn't go that time. Towns with the defensive effort. And Culver gets it to go on the assist by Towns.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. Last season, it seemed like Towns recommitted himself on the defensive end after facing some pretty significant criticism in that department.
You know, he looked like he was playing with a chip on his shoulder defensively. Towns has always had the capability to be a fantastic defender, and I'm really glad that he's focusing on that part of his game as an area to improve.
A moment here to see the numbers for Mason Plumlee. Last season's performance for him. He put up about 7 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Got a piece of it. Napier with it. Morris is there. Towns. The feed to Napier. A second chance effort. Towns trying to get open. Good. Nice play there from Napier.
Well, he didn't need to add the spice, but I like it spicy.
.157 left in the first quarter. Here's Barton. To the inside, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, clearly a mistake by the defender. Plumlee's a big guy that you have to wrap up, but if you don't, he can get and ones.
You talk about solid role players, Brent. Mason Plumlee fits the bill.
Does such a great job consistently of coming in, being a physical player, setting screens and rolling. Probably an underrated part of his game is the way that he passes the ball, but never is going to get your team out of sorts with the way that Mason can play within his role.
Find the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Plumlee. 1:43 left to play in the first quarter. Now Napier. To the wing right side. Towns, the pass to Layman, over Beasley, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Minnesota shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Here's Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
In terms of set plays, this is where Plumlee is very dangerous offensively, the old pick and roll game.
Culver with it. His last outing with 20 points. And here's the fast break. Here's Barton. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Pass to Culver. Towns with it. Barton defending. Timberwolves passing it around. And it's Napier missing.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Beasley kicks to Morris. 34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Porter passes to Morris. Nails the 16-footer. And it's a 9-point Denver lead.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Pass to Culver. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And how about the attitude Culver's playing with right now, doing his best to make things happen on that drive.
Free throw drops for Culver. He's off on the second.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
The Nuggets have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
6'6", 175. That's one wily athlete. Will Barton, tough to guard, given his height and his speed.
Both free throws good from Barton. 7 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Lehman. No good off the front iron. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver Nuggets. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And we'll be back with you shortly. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old. I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Well, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Plumlee out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Morris in at the point. The Timberwolves missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. The first free throw is good. Well, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically, but certainly every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
Now here's Porter. Here's Jokic. That one off the back iron and out. Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside, Towns. It's not going to go for him. Good defense by Jokic. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Jokic, Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Trying to get open is Jang. And it's Napier missing. The Nuggets leading by 8. And Porter, here we go. Here's Plumlee. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And let's take a look at Karl Anthony Towns' numbers. Last season, he played outstanding. 7th in rebounding, 9th in blocks, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop. And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for Minnesota. Robert Covington's checked in for Towns. Wiggins comes in for Jake Layman. And it's Teague in for Napier. Plumlee hits them both. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And here is Teague. And there's the pass to Culver. Over Porter. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Nuggets leading by 10. Martin surveying the floor. Rebound by Jang.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Wiggins drives in. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Barton. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Covington. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Nuggets have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Bounce pass from Morris. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Morris. Jokic has got the lead up to 10 now for Denver. Morris against Teague. Now here's Jang. Tight defense on him. Wiggins outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Will Barton. For Minnesota, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And he makes the first.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Minnesota. Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Plumlee. Grant comes in for Michael Porter. Gary Harris is checked in for Barton. And Murray subbed in for Morris. Now here's Murray. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Millsap trying to get open. Jokic, no good.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Here's Covington, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 6 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Teague. Passes it to Jang. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Jang's got his first basket. The Nuggets leading by 8. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score. Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Outside, Covington. Pass to Vonleh. And And it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
Wide open look here for Murray. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Timberwolves trail by 10. Here's Wiggins. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field. Now here's Murray. He's got 13. Pass to Jokic, and stolen by Jang. And they're on the break. Teague dishes to Vonleh, and the dunk by Vonleh.
Not an explosive leaper. Vonleh does have the length to get to the rim, and you just love to see that aggressiveness there.
Denver leading by 6. And Murray, here we go. Jokic trying to free himself up. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%. The pass to Wiggins. Now here's Vonleh. Millsap covering. Vonleh, the pass to Wiggins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. The Nuggets, number 1. In the 3rd spot, the Timberwolves.
And this is a battle today between two teams that really dominated the offensive glass a year ago. And they also convert when they get those second chance opportunities.
First one falls for him.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They've led by as much as 10. Passes to Jokic. It's rebounded by Vonleh.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
Now here's Murray. He's got 15. Here's Grant. They get it again. Jokic misses from close range.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
For 3, Murray. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Murray right now just on a roll, scoring at will on the offensive end.
Outside Teague. Pass to Vonleh. Deflects the pass. Millsap with the steal. Here's Murray. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Teague against Murray. To the paint. Jokic with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Grant leading the charge. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. Jang, no luck. The Nuggets leading by 9. Murray surveying the D. The shot, no good. Wiggins with some nice D for Minnesota. They've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Here's Teague. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Murray against Wiggins. 4 on the shot clock. Harris inside the line. Good D by Covington. Timberwolves trail by 9. And Teague, here we go. And Vonleh the bucket on the assist by Teague. Teague's got 6 assists now in the game.
Good presence there. Already in his shooting motion, he spotted the open man and made the unselfish play.
Harris kicks to Millsap. Grant with the ball. Now Covington defending. Pass to Murray. Puts up a 3. And no good that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Grant against Teague. Grant the pass to Jokic. Makes it off the glass. Jokic has got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, the inside game of Jokic continues to improve. Adept at using that big body, finding an angle, and taking advantage.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat you.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Jang. Jake Layman comes in for Robert Covington. Culver's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Napier in for Jeff Teague. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Towns, and once again off the mark by Minnesota.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Inside, here's Vonleh, and the dunk by Vonleh.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Jokic after the basket by Minnesota. Towns with the defensive effort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. To the paint. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on Noah Vonleh.
That's a man's move from Millsap, getting the hoop plus the harm. Well, you think about the season that Millsap was injured 2 years ago and how much that took away some development. Then a year later, Denver does some great things with Millsap in the lineup. Then they re-sign him this offseason thinking they can take another step. And Paul Millsap, such a good, solid defender and scorer, was devastating for them in the playoffs and a source of valuable offense on that end. Paul Millsap, the veteran and the adult in the room for this Denver team.
That one misses for Millsap. And for Millsap, he's a vocal leader when he's on the floor.
Well, his defensive numbers were so off the charts when he played in Atlanta for the Hawks alongside Al Horford. That's the reason I think that Tim Conley and the Denver Nuggets looked at the addition of Paul Millsap, providing them foundation on a nightly basis. He could be the concrete for them on the defensive end of the floor.
Here's Morris following the score by Jarrett Culver. 1:32 left to play here in the half. Good on the bucket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
So it's Denver now. They've led by as much as 10. Morris outside. And the pass to Jokic. Cans it from downtown. Jokic has got 13 points.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Culver. 7 points in the game. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
You know, Brent, passing is just one of the many things that Jokic does well on the floor.
Well, it doesn't look pretty at times, and there's not a ton of athleticism, but the cerebral play of Jokic, and then for teams to try to prepare Kevin defensively for a team offensively that plays from a point center, that's a bit of a mind job night in and night out. Denver's done such a great job of accentuating the skill set of Nikola Jokic.
Now here's Culver. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Towns gets it to go.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the second. Morris inside. Napier covering. Offensive rebound.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
And Towns no good on that one.
And already a leader at such a young age. Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed.
And here's Morris for three. No good on that one. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Jamal Murray has been the story in this one. He had 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
It was the Jamal Murray show. This dude is smart, crafty, believes in his range. He put the offense on his back in the first half.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
I love it. You know why I love it, Ernie? Because they're getting the ball inside and converting. Not just sitting back behind the line shooting threes. See, that's kept the defense scrambling a little bit, unable to lock in on anything. Get it in, we'll kick it back out, then you shoot it.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And Teague's got the ball here for Minnesota. They trail by 6. Conley and Towns, the duo inside. Wiggins and Covington fill the wings. And it's Teague in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Ryan Saunders.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Denver leading by 3. Here's Murray. Lays it up off the glass. Murray's got 22 points.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Down low. Here's Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup. And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable 3-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
Here's Murray. Passes it to Jokic from outside the arc. Denver the rebound. Millsap. The shot. No good. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Wiggins. He gets that one. Wiggins has got 5 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Grant outside. Back to Murray. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. Minnesota with the rebound.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now here's Murray. He's got 22. To the inside, and stolen by Jeff Teague. Covington in the corner. Vonleh at the elbow. Harris against Teague. Outside Covington. Takes the 3. That's good from Teague on the assist from Covington. Now it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Grant outside. Murray, the pass to Millsap. They need this. Up again, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got 6.
Yeah, although undersized, Millsap is a very, very hard worker. Uses his quickness that time.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Towns. Over Jokic. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Murray outside. Grant outside. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And now the Timberwolves on the break. The alley-oop layup, very well done. Vonleh's got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves.
And while Teague certainly looks for his shot often out there, he also possesses strong handles and a good passing ability.
Murray against Teague. Now here's Murray. Defense right on him. Drops in the layup for 2. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Teague. He has 7. Outside, Towns. Inside, Jokic with the steal. And Harris wide open. He shoots, drains the 3-pointer. And now just a 1-point Timberwolves lead.
Great concentration from Gary Harris. Without much effort, rises up and knocks down the pull-up J.
And the dunk by Towns.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's foul number 2 for him. Minnesota making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. Harris looking it over. Dishes to Murray. Harris outside. Rebound Minnesota. Zhang's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Wiggins. The putback. It's good on the putback. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Pass to Murray. Now, here's Jokic. Teague covering. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the call on Karl-Anthony Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Gary Harris. Teague against Murray. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Now, here's Teague. He has 7. Covington. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. No good from Grant.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. So it's Denver now. After the basket by Minnesota. For 3, Beasley. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And the dunk by Towns.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. The Nuggets trail by 8. Denver calls timeout.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Culver's checked in for Minnesota. And then for Denver, Plumlee comes in for Jokic. And Barton subbed in for Jeremy Grant. Murray against Teague. Murray left side over Teague. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Murray.
Well, buttery right there. A knockdown shooter from that area. Murray taking advantage of that opportunity.
Wiggins outside. The kick out to Teague. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Teague.
And checking out the stats for Barton. How he did last season. Last season chipped in 11 points per game. 4 rebounds and 3 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
Denver making a switch here. Morris is checked in, and so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Well, Paul Millsap continues to work hard and continues to be an example of hard work paying off.
And Towns throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do with a fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Wiggins against Barton. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Wiggins missing. The Nuggets trail by 5. Barton in the corner from past the arc. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Teague, here we go. It's stolen by Morris. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it's slammed in by Plumlee. Timberwolves leading by 3. Teague, the pass to Wiggins. Out to the right wing. Towns kicks to Wiggins. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Paul Millsap picks one up. The first one falls. Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And he can't hit the second. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Barton, and he lays it straight in. Barton's got 8.
Well, the defense opens up just for a quick second, and that's where Barton takes advantage. He jets into that gap and right towards the hoop.
T kicks to Culver. Jang against Porter. Jang the pass to Culver. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Jang, no luck. Denver's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. That evens the score.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Morris against Teague. Over Morris. Teague can't hit. Here's Denver now. They're on an 11-3 run. Barton dishes to Porter. Over Wiggins. Porter, no luck.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And that one's good. Wiggins. Wiggins has got 10 points here in the second half.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
It's a close game here in Minnesota. Now Morris. 1:56 left to play in the third. He kicks it to Barton. Knocks it loose. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. A miss that time would have put him up. Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And then Culver with the dunk.
And that attacking mindset, when Culver sees an opportunity like that, he just grabs it.
Barton with it. He's got 10. The pass to Porter. Morris outside. Pass to Plumlee. with some arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Here's Jang. And no good. Nice D from Porter.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Morris kicks to Barton. Here's the teardrop. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Teague the pass to Wiggins. And here's Culver, covered by Morris. Here's Towns. He dishes it to Jang. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Jang's got his second basket of the game.
Great execution. Could not have asked for a better shot.
26 seconds left in the third quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
15 seconds left in the third. And here's Porter. They could use a bucket. Here's Beasley. No good. And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Taking a look at the Nuggets, Malik Beasley out there with Plumlee. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the pivot, manning the middle.
Solid rebound there. And with a score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
A nice shot by Culver.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. 8-point game. Now, here's Jokic. Napier covering. They get it back. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, if you're going to commit a shooting foul against Plumlee, do it when he has a high percentage look inside.
That free throw missing.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Harris is checked in. He hits the second from the line. Timberwolves leading by 7. Now here's Napier. Pass to Layman. Towns at the elbow. Towns is doubled. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Minnesota has possession. Longley, the pass to Layman. Towns kicks to Lehman. Another shot. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 4 assists in the game. Here's Morris. Pass to Jokic. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Big man powering to the rack. Doesn't happen much in the league anymore, but Jokic is showing us why it's still effective.
Over in the corner. The pass to Lehman. Fires from deep. Plumlee with the rebound. Towns with the steal. Conley, the pass to Culver. That one falls. Culver's got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Passes it to Jokic. 14 feet away. Good. He hits the jump shot. Jokic has got 19 points.
Nice looking mid-ranger there from Jokic. Money in the bank from that spot.
Now Napier. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Morris. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Morris with the ball. Basket counts. And now just a 5-point Minnesota lead.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Culver's shot is off. The Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Beasley. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
And Brent, while he's mostly a 3 and D type player, Malik Beasley is improving in other areas as well.
Yeah, it's interesting noticing the passing and how that has improved. It's a nice wrinkle to Malik Beasley's game, who really coming into the league was all about force, getting the ball, straight line drives, attacking the defense, rising up, trying to dunk on guys. His ability to slow down and see the floor is going to help enhance what he can do offensively.
And the first one drops. Robert Covington's checked in for Lehman. Grant, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Murray comes in for Monte Morris. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Pass to Covington. The tray. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Nice shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Murray with it. Pass to Jokic. Towns with the defensive effort. And so Napier will bring it up for Minnesota. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Paul Millsap is checked in for Malik Beasley. And both free throws good for Napier. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Now the pass to Grant. Back to Murray. And here's Jokic. And again, Denver no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Low block shot. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Grant. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket for Murray.
Murray, not much fear there as he gets amongst the trees, looking in control down low.
Now here's Napier. Passes it to Towns. Down low. Culver. Good, and his assist goes to Towns. Culver's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Timberwolves. Here's Murray. Grant outside. Pass to Millsap. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Good work from Millsap there, getting the defense up in the air and then gets the foul.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Minnesota leading by 7. Now Napier. Covington passes to Towns. Covington dishes to Towns. Let's go. Murray with the defensive effort.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Well, he makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Here's Towns following the score by Jamal Murray. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, they brought the double team to force the ball out of his hands, but failed to rotate off the pass.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He said, look, you guys are playing physical, and I like that, but it has to be under control. We've committed way too many fouls. We've allowed way too many foul shots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. 6 to shoot. Murray, the dish to Millsap. Culver with the steal. Here's Covington. Yep, that one goes. And it's a 10-point Minnesota lead.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
For Denver, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Jokic with it. Over Napier. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Covington's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, this team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
And here is Murray. Grant outside. Pass to Jokic, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one is on Towns. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Wiggins comes in for Culver. And it's Teague in for Napier. And Jokic drops them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Wiggins outside. Vonleh with it. Millsap on him. The shot by Vonleh no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough. Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Now here's Murray. Harris outside. Outside Millsap. Over Wiggins. The Nuggets with another miss.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Teague against Murray. Outside Covington. Kicks it to Wiggins. Over Harris. And it's Wiggins missing. The Nuggets trail by 12. Murray right side. The pass to Millsap. That one misses. And Minnesota now the other way. Towns, the pass to Teague. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team. He means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
The first free throw is good.
Jeremy Grant just has such a great combination of athleticism and explosiveness. It's up to him to find familiar spots on the floor and do a good job of playing off his teammates to make an impact on every game that he plays.
And Grant drops them both. And Teague's got the ball here for the Timberwolves. Towns trying to get open. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
As soon as Teague gets inside, he really forces the issue right there, getting a foul as a result.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Now here is Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the dish to Millsap. And another miss by Denver.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
The Nuggets trail by 14. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Passes to Grant. of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It goes on Noah Vonleh.
Well, Grant showing some toughness on that play. He welcomes the contact. He's so athletic, goes right through it that time.
The free throw drops for Grant. Second free throw, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Covington with the bucket.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
The Nuggets trail by 15. Murray outside. Rebound, Minnesota. Here's Teague. And it's slammed in by Teague. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 13 assists.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now, here's Jokic. Pass to Grant. And the rejection by Towns. Covington with it. Now defended by Grant. There's the lob to Towns. Millsap with the steal. Now Jokic. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. And Covington gets it to go on the assist by Towns. And it's 13 points for Robert Covington. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Jokic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in.
Two.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, it's interesting when Jokic was playing with Nurkic and they cleared the room for Jokic to take over at the center position. He's taken on that responsibility. He's taken on the star role. He's accepting it and excelling at it.
And Jokic drops them both. 1:37 left to play in the final quarter. It's Covington on the wing. There's the pass to Wiggins. Vonleh with it. Millsap on him. Passes it to Teague. 5 on the clock. 4-3. Covington. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 17.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Timberwolves.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The The first one falls.
A 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Vonleh was the 9th overall pick in that highly anticipated draft class of 2012.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. So he makes one of two as the second one misses. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Here's Hernan Gomez. Pass to Craig. A 3-ball. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Teague. Vonleh with it. Back to Teague. Dishes it to Vonleh. Over Plumlee, and it's sent back by Plumlee.
Showing good shot blocking skills at times. Plumlee gets all of that one.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.